Okay, this is our spindle sander. And a spindle sander is going to be used to sand this inside curve, the concave area that we couldn't get on the belt sander. When you're choosing a spindle to do the sanding with, you want to choose the biggest drum that fits the curve. So there's multiple sizes. I pulled a few of them up here to demonstrate with. You can see that this one is very small and would fit, but we're going to have a hard time getting a nice clean curve with a small diameter spindle like this. So we can go bigger. So here's one that fits a lot nicer, which is the one we'll probably end up using. That's almost going to match the curve. That's a pretty good size to use, and it'll help us get a cleaner curve that way. This next one is too big. You can see that it doesn't seat all the way in there, and it's not going to get that inside curve like we need to. All right, so we're going to use that middle size one that I've got out here. Let me put these other ones away. And they fit into the middle here. There's a spindle down there, hole, that this tapered shaft fits in, that threads in. And you just put it in there and spin it down, hand tight, and that's it. Okay, there are some wrenches hanging on the wall here that we can use to unscrew it because it will get tighter as you use it. But when you put it in, you just need to do it hand tight. And then it leaves a pretty big hole here. So there are some throat plates hanging out again on the rack here of different sizes. All right, you can see there's multiple sizes here. So you want to get the one that fits the closest. Now this one doesn't quite fit over it. This one does, so we'll use this one. And there is a little notch here that has to fit around a little pin. So you kind of get that to fit in the right spot. Put that in place. Notice that we had it unplugged when we did this. All right, so let me plug this back in now. Okay, and if you're the first person to use this after you plug it back in, it's not going to start. Now let me tip the camera down here so you can see the power button and stuff. Here's the start-stop button. If I press the start button, it doesn't run. What's going on? Well, turn it back off. Down here is this little yellow box, and it's designed to stop the power here. So you have to go out of your way to get this to get powered up. So to do that, you press this little red button. Now that lets the electricity the rest of the way through, and now when you hit the green button, it will start. Okay, so if you happen to be the first person using it since it's been plugged back in or the power's been on, you have to press that red button. Okay, so that's just how our particular sander is set up. Not every one in the world is that way. But anyway, so now this is going to spin in this direction. So as I make contact with the drum, it's going to pull it this way. So I'm going to try to work the other way. You always resist the way the machine wants to move. So I'm going to turn this on, and all I'm going to do is bring this in here. And you'll notice it's going up and down, by the way, so that it uses a bigger portion of the abrasive. If it didn't go up and down, you'd burn out your drums pretty quick. So I'm going to use this to get up to my line. And you'll notice that this gets clogged, so I can still use my abrasive belt cleaner. Keep that cleaned up too. And again, same principle. You want to keep it clear so it doesn't plug up. And now I've got a few areas here that I still couldn't reach with my belt sander, so I can go up this straight area a little bit, but you'll notice that it's very hard to get a straight line with a round spindle sander. But that's why I like to go to the belt sander first, get as much as I can get there, and then just finish here. When I'm done, turn it off, and since this still has sawdust in it, maybe I'll clean it real quick. And that's the story. Easy to use. I don't worry about taking this out when I'm done. I don't know what the next person's going to need. If they need this one, they're all set and ready to go. If not, they can switch it on their own. But that's a spindle sander. The full name is an oscillating spindle sander because the oscillating, this goes up and down. Alrighty.